With the huge success of their second album, Buzz quickly became more than just rising stars. They were national favorites. Naturally, people had high expectations for their next release, and Buzz didn't disappoint with their next digital single, Love Comes From the Heart. This song dominated the charts for 11 straight weeks, without any broadcast promotions, sweeping the real-time, daily, and weekly charts across every major platform, what we now call a perfect all-kill. Around that same time, they also recorded the opening song for an animated series. But the quality of the track was so high, it felt like more than just an ordinary anime intro, and it gained huge popularity when it was released too. And there's one clear moment that shows how popular they were back then. They sang South Korea's official cheer song for the 2006 World Cup. After Korea's legendary run to the semi-finals in the 2002 Korea-Japan World Cup, the songs and artists who performed them gained immense attention. Those artists either became stars or saw their existing stardom reach new heights. People still vividly remembered the success of the 2002 World Cup, and Buzz was the only artist who could meet the expectations of people at the time. This song was released in March, and just 1 month later, Buzz dropped their third studio album, titled Perfect. Buzz broadened their musical spectrum in their third album, featuring 12 tracks that evenly blended rock ballads, medium-tempo songs, and traditional rock. Given how successful their previous album was, the pressure for their third album must be huge. But once again, they achieved great success. In particular, You Don't Know Men became a massive hit, standing alongside their earlier hits like Thorn and Coward. Beyond that, the rock ballads from their first to third albums were a continuous string of masterpieces. With back-to-back success from their second and third albums, Buzz became a true national band now. But the question is, were they really able to enjoy that moment and feel happy? Unfortunately, the answer was no. During this period, Buzz faced several issues. First, health problems. With Buzz's skyrocketing popularity, company pushed them harder, leading to an incredibly demanding schedule. Starting with their second album in 2005, they cycled through TV appearances, concerts, and a nationwide tour, only to repeat the same routine with their third album in 2006. Naturally, the members were physically drained, and lead vocalist Min Kyung-hoon developed asthma during this time, which eventually damaged his vocal cords.
천식 제가 이번에 생겼는데 이게 목이 굉장히 안 좋게 지금 됐어요. 금방 날 거예요.
Second, musical disagreements. Their third album came out only 1 year after the second album, which made it hard to maintain the same level of quality. The members also found it stressful to work only within a predetermined recording environment. Some members preferred a traditional rock style focused on the band, rather than the more commercially oriented rock ballad style. However, due to their overwhelmingly busy schedules, the members couldn't properly contemplate these concerns, and stress simply accumulated within each of them. Third, financial issues. While exact details were never made public, it's been widely believed there were problems with payment distribution. Despite the massive success of their albums, Buzz continued working in poor conditions. It's pretty fair to assume they weren't being fairly compensated.
여기 보세요, 여기.
입김 나오는 거 봐, 입김 나오는 거.
온풍기 좀 사주세요, 누구. 온풍기. 얼어 죽겠어요.
사정이 안 좋아서 이거 있으면 안 해. 이거 가스도 없고 이거 뭐야 이거.
있잖아, 여기 따순이. 여기 따순이 있잖아. 저희 이거.
Lastly, military service. Between 2007 and 2008, all 4 members, except Min Kyung-hoon, joined military, which is mandatory in Korea. So realistically as well, they couldn't continue with Buzz activities. They were just young guys, who started all of this purely because they loved music. But suddenly, they became national stars, and stuck in a system where they weren't making the music they wanted. They were just forced into a non-stop schedule, performing within a set formula. It's no wonder they weren't happy, even when they hit number 1. That's why in 2007 Buzz paused all activities, which was a temporary disbandment. These are the reasons their peak period didn't last very long.
그 활동을 하면서 정말 좋았던 적이 많이 없었어요.
그래요?
네, 아마 그거는 멤버들도 마찬가지였었을 것 같아요. 그래서 우리 팀이 해체를 했었던 거고.
가시 뭐 이런 거 잘 될 때도
예.
행복하지 않았어요?
뭐 그런 건 즐겁지만 정말 내면적으로 그게 완전 완성되는 즐거움은 아니었었죠. 그래서 이제 제가 솔로로 이제 나오기 전에
네.
이제 저는 좀 이제 그만둬야겠다.
가수를.
네, 그만둬야겠다라는 생각이 되게 많이.
뭔가 음악하면서 좀 이제 좀 어떤 제도적인 그리고 권위적인 그런 거에 좀 많이 갇혀 있다가 그때 당시에는 막 군대 입대를 해야 된다는 압박감과 그리고 또 어떤 제도적인 어떤 그런 노동 환경 막 이런 것들 때문에 스트레스를 굉장히 많이 받고 그러면서 이제 스케줄을 계속 다니고 막 이게 반복적인 그런 상황이었어요. 그래서
Meanwhile, Min Kyung-hoon was left on his own, with suggestion from the agency and persuasion from his fellow members. He released a solo album. However, his solo career didn't achieve the success. His mental state began to deteriorate. By 2008 and 2009, he was struggling with depression and social anxiety.
하는 게 처음이었는데
그렇죠.
항상 내가 왼쪽을 보면 그 순간 보니까 혼자 남아 있는 거예요. 근데 그거를 제가 이겨내지 못했어요. 그랬어요.
During this time, Min Kyung-hoon was originally cast for the drama Boys Over Flowers, but he isolated himself at home and drank heavily every day. He ended up gaining a lot of weight during that time, so he didn't even showed up for the casting meeting. To this day, he says it's one of the biggest regrets of his life.
그때 벌어진 일이야.
몸체가 동그랗단 말이야. 앨범 캐스팅이 되는데 살이 쪄가지고 못한 거야. 88, 91 얘기해봐.
90이라고 해.
거짓말하지 마. 야.
내가 왜 이 얘기를 했냐면 내가 만약 그 당시 F4에 나갔다면 여기 니들하고 있겠냐? 여기 니들하고 있겠냐? 감히 내 옆에 앉아 있을 수 있겠냐고.
Although he was going through a slump, he fortunately regained his focus thanks to his mother's advice later, and was able to make a comeback in 2010. Along with his solo activities, he also participated in 2 songs as a guest vocalist for Buzz. At that time, the agency tried to keep the Buzz name alive by bringing in new members and vocalists for Buzz Unit 2 and Buzz Unit 3. But none of those versions achieved much success. Anyway, Min Kyung-hoon kept his career going quietly like that, until he enlisted for military service in 2012. Buzz's clock seemed to stop for a while, but in December 2013, when Min Kyung-hoon completed his military service, talks of reuniting with the original members slowly started to surface. In fact, even at the moment they decided to halt activities, the members told each other like, "Later, let's make music together again." While there were some disagreements among the members, these were very normal, not the serious conflicts. So as long as they could find the right agency and proper support, there was no reason not to reunite.
나가서 여러 음악 활동을 하면서 느낀 거는 그래도 어제 애들이랑 했던 게 가장 즐겁고 열심히 할 수 있었지 않았나 그런 생각이 많이 들더라고요.
In August 2014, with the teaser phrase, "Everyone was Buzz at some point," they officially announced their reunion, with Min Kyung-hoon back in the lineup. During this process, Min Kyung-hoon also started to recover his damaged vocal condition, and he received vocal training to stabilize his singing style. More importantly, Min Kyung-hoon became a regular cast member on Knowing Bros from 2015. He surprised everyone by showing a sense of humor no one really expected from him before. His consistent appearances on TV became a huge gift to fans. Since then, Buzz has consistently released albums, even though they didn't reach the same level of performance and popularity as their prime. But the memories we made with Buzz will forever remain in our minds. Buzz, known as the celebrity's celebrity, wishing their best in the future. That's where we'll wrap up the story for today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Thank you, and see you next time.